came by our home.
Yeah.
And then I remember encouraging, praying, and then I said, you know, before you go, God has impressed me to tell you.
Yes, your famous words.
He's going to bless you and give you an opportunity to speak to millions of people. And you said, do you really think God would do that for me?
I do remember that.
So I remember saying to you, you know, when God impressed me to tell you that you'll be speaking to millions of people, I didn't think it was going to be every day. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Wonderful, wonderful. Screen, super. So this is Wintley. He's back for his second eye, and you can see he's been very finicky. The dots match exactly on the corneal marks. He's speaking to him of his special lens technology. You can see everything crystal clear following his cataract removal. And he has just numbing drops and music, right, Wintley?
That's right.
How's your experience?
Beautiful.
Super. Here we go, coming out. Super. Right. So, Wintley, we're all done. How do you feel?
I feel awesome. I have a friend who is has been one of the top neurosurgeons in the world. He separated the Siamese twins that were bound to the head. His name is Dr. Ben Carson.
Yes.
Of course. He's a dear, dear friend of mine. And when I asked him about going to someone for a procedure, whether it's this or anything else, he said, just do one thing. He said, go to someone who's done a lot of them. It's kind of like a pilot with many hours. There's no substitute. And you have done hundreds, maybe over 1,000, I'm sure. And so I thank God for your experience. And you made me feel very comfortable and very at ease. And I'm grateful for your holistic, artistic approach, exponentially increasing my quality of life.
Wow, what a statement. It's amazing. He's amazing when he says that. Well, here we are. Congratulations. Congratulations. Here is the man, Linda. Come on. Look at him.
You did good.
Yes.
God is good.
He did great.
God bless you, man. I'm going to lay down with my head back. All right. Huh?
I said, make sure you do.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
All right.
Amazing. That's the doctor who referred Wintley. They're having surgery today on the same day. Perfect. Right here, please. My pleasure. Right here. Careful. Careful, careful. Head up, head up. Here, under here.
Thank you for your holistic, artistic approach that has given to me an exponentially better quality of life. Thank you.
You do your amazing work for the world.
All right.
Take care. Get some rest in the hotel. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you, Wintley. To Dr. Gulani, thank you for your kindness, thoughtfulness, professionalism, and generosity. May God's favor always rest upon your life, family, career and calling. Wintley Phipps.
See, that you have a career, but you have a calling. And they're different.
Yes. Simply amazing. Your best destiny. Completely.
I thank you for this day. I thank you for this opportunity, this blessing. You have arranged our paths to cross and brought Dr. Gulani into our lives, and we're grateful for that. I ask now that as we go into surgery, that you will guide his mind and his hand, and that you will give him, he will hear the whisperings of angels guiding him, and that he will be able to do above and beyond his years or his experience, because he's hearing a still small voice. It is the voice of God guiding him. Thank you again for his kindness towards us, his generosity, his professionalism. Bless this spa. Bless this vision. God, give it top of mind awareness in the world. I pray in your name. Amen.
Wintley, can you see anything at all?
Oh yes.
Already?
Oh yes.
What do you see?
I see very clearly this light and microscope. I see the particles of dust that I would normally see clearly.
Only congratulations, very proud of you. This is immediately post-op under the light of the microscope. Congratulations.
I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me all along my pilgrim journey. Lord, I want Jesus to walk with me.
Wonderful, Wintley. Your surgery is all done. For doctors watching, it's the complex case of cataract you saw, but we are very finicky. We use the X-wave technology, Vivity lens, right on axis, as you can see here, being very finicky. And this is Wintley, who just said a prayer while I was in his eye operating. Wintley, you've not had any drugs, anesthesia, just numbing drops, any pain at all?
No pain.
Wonderful, and we have just finished with surgery, removing his very hard cataract, correcting the complex anatomy, and putting in a new generation Vivity X-Wave technology lens. Whitney, congratulations. Keep doing the wonderful work you do for the world.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. very
Safe
much.
travels home.
Thank you.
Here he is. Whitney, all done?
Mr. Phipps.
I hear you already seen better.
Yes, I am.
Oh.
How you doing there?
Looking like iRobot.
How was the experience,
Thank you so
Whitney?
It was
much.
great.
Yeah?
Oh.
No pain, nothing?
No, thank you. I've just been blessed to have the most advanced technology available placed in my eye by a wonderful surgeon, Vivity. And I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life seeing clearly.
My pleasure. Absolutely. My pleasure.
All right, sir.
Now, careful.
Yes.
Okay?
I'm
It's
gonna
on your
do it.
back. I'm very proud of everything.
All right, thank you.
Whitley, excellent. How do you feel? Today is day one?
Today is great. I am so grateful. I must tell you
Yes.
that my doctor before told me that I had 20/30 vision.
Uh-huh.
But I knew things weren't correct. When you fixed the first eye, my weakest eye, I was able to see through the best eye,
What you thought was best?
what I thought was the best
Yes.
eye, and that was absolutely deplorable. I don't understand how anyone could say I had 20 anything vision, because I was seeing now double from
What was
the,
your better eye?
from the best eye,
Correct.
the better eye.
Correct.
And but now, even though it's not barely 24 hours, I am not seeing double. I am seeing clearly, and I'm sure as it heals, it's going to be even better. And I'm following all your guidance, your counsel. I'm going to be on my back. I'm gonna, for
Yes.
2 more days, and no jerking around, and and so that's been my experience, and
Sure.
Your diligence, and that's really a very important word. Your diligence. I'm going to say it in an unusual way. Your diligence is extreme. And I mean that in a good way. In other words, you go way above and beyond to make sure that the outcome for each patient and for me is at its optimum. And so I have a quote, if you don't mind, I'll share it with
Sure.
you, that love may be silent, but gratitude must speak. And so I just want to express my gratitude to you for giving me a quality of life that I know will be a blessing to me in the years going forward, for whatever years I have left. You know, it's nice to when you get to a point in your life when you have so many more years, you want them to be full. You want them to be rich. And nothing will make my life at this point more rich and more full than to be able to see clearly. And so thank you. Thank you very much.
They keep doing amazing things, inspiring the world. I love it.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Absolute pleasure. So, in Wintley, what we did with you, and I love to do this, as you know, these are impromptu videos my staff does for doctors all over the world, getting to inspire them. Here's a patient with extremely high posterior corneal astigmatism. His history is excellent if you heard him. He's very intelligent, like all our patients. How his previous doctor said he's good enough and to wait for his cataract to ripen, which is absolutely unacceptable. And you see here what we've done. We put in a toric premium lens, apodized toric premium lens here, and you can see the axis we had planned, 96, is exactly today what it is day 1 post-op. And that's very important to make sure your work is as good as you plan on it. And that's really, to me, my pleasure. No matter how complex you are, can we still fight and get everything surgically and mathematically correct? Now, for doctors watching, you had surgery in my surgery suite, and this was your second eye. So consistency of the atmosphere. You had no drugs, no Valium, no injections, just numbing drops and music, remember? And you actually sang the gospel, Amazing Grace, while I was in your eye. Wintley, for doctors, how would you describe your experience in my surgical suite with your complex surgery and yet no drugs, and we were chatting and music going on? How would you describe it? This was your second eye.
Yes, well, it was phenomenal. It was really the expectations that we have for a bright outcome. When those expectations are met and exceeded, that's really the most important thing. And trust me, my expectations have been met and exceeded. But I want to say one more thing to you, that it's a motto that God gave to me. As a matter of fact, if you go on the internet and you write these words, you will see my name attributed. And that's unusual for you to create words and the world recognize them as first coming from you. And that's what I'm going to give you, is those words. But it was from God to me. And the words are, you don't have to compromise to be recognized. You don't have to compromise.
I believe in it, but I didn't know such words existed. I absolutely believe in that. Absolutely.
Don't have to compromise to be recognized. You know, I've been asked, I was the only soloist at Diana Ross's wedding, for example. And and she asked me to tour with her around the world. And I said, but I need to remind you the kind of music I sing. I don't sing, baby, turn the lights down. Those aren't the songs that I sing.
Yeah.
I have no problem with those who sing those songs, but that's not what I do. And the tour didn't work out. But the man who married her called me one day and he said, I was having dinner with Diana and her husband. She said she was trying to get you to tour with her, and it doesn't look like it's going to be possible, and she's very disappointed. And then she said to me, because Wintley's got something, and I don't know what it is. He said, I began to tell her how you have given your life to God, and you made a commitment, you don't compromise to be recognized. And then he said these words, he said, but let me tell you why I'm calling you. He said, I'm calling you to thank you for being true to your convictions and to remind you that God said that those who honor him, he will honor. That's a promise. In other words, when you have these incredible outcomes, you give the honor to the one who was the wind
Beneath my wings.
beneath your wings.
Yes.
You could not fly without that wind beneath your wings. So, you can't be a bird out there flying high and saying, I did this all by myself, And so that's a special blessing I carry with me that he gave me. He said, thank you for being true to your convictions. And I say that to you. Your approach comes from a conviction.
Commitment, conviction, yes.
Conviction. And I want to thank you for being true to your convictions. And just remember that as you give the one who created the wind. I remember I said to a very famous lady once, who's a dear friend of mine, there's a big difference between trying to be the wind and learning to ride the wind. Some people go in and try to be the wind, when if they only learn how to ride the wind. And so when you're in your surgical suite and you're saying, this is amazing, I feel like I'm being led, I'm guided.
Yes.
What you're doing is riding the wind.
Riding the wind, yes.
You're not there trying to manufacture wind and create wind. So thank you, brother.
It's amazing. Real pleasure. Linda's clapping. Keep doing your amazing stuff for the world.
All right, my friend.
I love it. Love it. Super. Wintley, you're all done.
Thank
Both
you.
eyes all completed. Enjoy.
Thank you. And from the moment I walked in the door, I knew it was going to be something special. The care that you give, you express care. You have a focus on what I call diligence to the extreme. You make sure your diligence, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
And for that, I call you the greatest of all time. So thank you. Thanks for being the GOAT. All right, take care.
Amazing. That's J1.
Huh?
J1 actually is reading even beyond that. It's amazing.
Wow.
That's the Vivity technology he has. He's seen distance 2020 and up close at J1, which is what we call reading is also 2020. Wintley,
What's
been
the
a
difference?
pleasure. Absolute pleasure. So, and you're traveling today to Washington.
Yes, Washington, D.C.
Do your amazing stuff right there
Yes,
for
sir.
everybody in this world. It's been an
Okay.
honor.
Oh, you too, my friend. Keep up the good work, okay?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
Super.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, my.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my dear brother Aaron. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Okay, look after those eyes, please.
All right,
He's got the
okay.
Vivity technology and he's flying back to Washington today.
Yes.
Here's the guy from Alabama, next patient.
right,
All
we're
our
coming